So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
the webinar will begin shortly. Hope all stays calm. Cancel the slide. All right. Okay. Like we start. Okay. Welcome and good evening, everyone. Okay, thank you for joining us for today's webinar. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Farhani binti Abdul Aziz, and I'm the moderator for this webinar. And I be responsible for hosting this presentation today. Okay. Today we are presenting the topic of active living during the pandemic COVID-19, okay, presented by three panelists who are invited to come today. Okay, just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the questions box in your Google Meet control panel, or you can also ask directly to the panel. I bring them up during the presentation, and we will also have time for questions at the end. Now, without a further ado, we will turn the time over to presenter. Okay, our presenter today is panelist one. Okay, I introduce. Okay, Dr. Nur Shazani Izati binti Shuhaimi, lecturer at Faculty of Sport Science and Recreation. How are you, Doctor?
Hi, I'm good.
Okay, great. It's good. Okay, and um, next is panelist two, Dr. Nur Aisyah Najihah binti Zamri, uh, family medicine specialist. Thank you for coming, Doctor.
Thank you so much for inviting me. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine. It's good too. All right. And the lastly is panelist number three is Nurul Sharima Mrs. Nurul Sharima binti Al Fraizer. Okay, public health major in physical education. Okay, I want to tell you that she coming from afar, a state called the state under the wine. Okay, is it right, Mrs. Sharima?
Yeah, is it right?
How are you, Mrs.?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay, so let's go to our webinar. Okay, as we can see now, we all have been affected by the current COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, however, the impact of the pandemic and its consequences, okay, are felt differently depending on our status as individuals. Okay, and as member of society. While some try to adapt to working online, homeschooling, okay, their children, and ordering food via Instacart. Okay, others have no choice but to be exposed to the virus while keeping society functioning. Our different social identities and the social groups we belong to determine our inclusion within society, and by extension, our social groups we belong to determine our inclusion within society. No. Vulnerability to epidemics. Okay. To curtail the spread of the disease, it is also disrupted many regular aspects of life, including sports and physical activity. It further provides a recommendation for government and other stakeholders as well as for the UN system to support the safe reopening of sporting events, okay, as well as to support physical activity during the pandemic COVID-19. Okay. Go back with our topic related to physical activity. Okay, what is a physical activity? Physical activity is a bodily movement produced by skeletal muscle resulting in the use of energy. As a term, physical activity comprises all types, intensities and domains of movement. There are many different types of physical activity including exercise, sport day, okay, dance, play, and active living such as a walking, housework and gardening. So maybe there are also have the importance of physical activity during pandemic that everyone should know. Okay, now we are welcome our first panelist, Dr. Shazani, to give some opinion about this. Okay, welcome, Doctor.
Hi and very good afternoon to everyone. So thank you for inviting me into this webinar. So it is quite very interesting topic today because it's about physical activity during COVID-19. And let me go further about it because as we know, during lockdown, in general, physical health comprises of exercise, diet, and lifestyle, sleep, and managing health conditions. Exercise is a particular importance as I think this has been impacted upon the most during the lockdown. So there are two main benefits of physical, and the most obvious is physical, and the less obvious is mental. And first, we go for physical benefits. First is maintaining physical resilience. Generally speaking, our body's response to fight the virus is through our immune system. The immune system range from physical barriers such as the integrity of our skin to our antibodies that adapt to and fight off infections. And second, it helps for better circulation. Um, to get the blood and immune cells around the body is to where it is needed for regeneration and repair, but also get cell waste product away from the cells and eliminated from the body. And third is stronger bones and joints. Okay, it is help to keep our skeletons in optimum position by improving the posture, resulting in fewer itches and pains and better balance. And next is weight regulation. By maintaining a health weight means less work for lungs and heart when undertaking daily activities. And last one is better sleep. Okay, why better sleep is important? Because it is for our restoration for the body. It is for cell repair to maintain the integrity of our immune system and general health. Okay, let's go for the mental health benefits. Okay, um, research from previous epidemics has shown that quarantine can result in high level of psychological distress. And first one is for control. It is to control what we can control is an important resilience technique. And second is for resilience. Exercise can be used in coping strategies when addressing mental health problems. And third is reduce cortisol release. And cortisol is naturally occurring chemical that is released in the stress response and constitutes some of the symptom experience. And number fourth is improve sleep. Okay. Better sleeps reduce poor mental health and exacerbations of poor mental health. So in order for that, you can exercise outdoor as often as you wish. For example, during the pandemic, you can go for a walk, run, cycle, but you must practice the social distancing guidelines. So you can also use outdoor sport courts or facilities such as tennis or basketball court with your members or your household or with one another person while staying 2 meters apart. So that's all for me.
Okay, thank you. That is a great presentation within these things. Okay, for sure, being physically active will be a challenge for all of us, but it is a critical that we find and plan ways to be active and reduce our sedentary time. Although our movement around our neighborhood, town, city, country, and the world might be restricted, it remains critical that we all move more and seek less. Okay. All right. As already iterated, we are living in unprecedented times, and we are learning, okay, as we go about the effects and impact of this pandemic. With regards to physical activity and periods of lockdown or restricted and regulated movement, there is some evidence emerging, but it is still in the early stages of this pandemic, and we won't fully understand the impact of COVID-19 on. So I want to ask our panelists too. Okay, Dr. Aisha. Okay, what is the impact? Okay, welcome, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me such an excellent question. So, I'm going to break my answer into two parts, which are the impact of COVID-19 has had on our physical health, and also the impact of COVID-19 has had on our mental health. So, I've seen uh, how the worldwide pandemic COVID-19 has forced the closure of gym, stadium, pools, dance and fitness studio, parks and also playground, and has disrupted most of our day-to-day activities, right? So including physical activities. And as a result, many people, including myself, cannot fully participate actively in our daily individual or group physical activities outside of our home. So as we all know, worldwide extensive social distancing policy were put into place, restricting our daily activities, and government asking us to stay safe and stay at home, right? So this is of course means most of us would spend much of our time, if not all, at home, and these factors lead to like a decrease in a physical activity, increase in weight gain, and a reduction in physical fitness. Low income family are particularly prone to the adverse effects of stay at home because they are frequently living in substandard housing, like they have constricted spaces, making physical activity hard. So especially when you have to share a room with your other sibling, or you don't have extra spaces, or like you don't have big lawn to do exercise and everything. Basically, we have restricted spaces. Where do you want to do your exercise, right? So the World Health Organization (WHO) also advises 150 minutes of moderate intensity, 75 minutes of high intensity exercise every week. So, have you done your exercise this week? I'm not too. We are just the same. So, we've done with the impact of COVID-19 has had on our physical health. How about we move on to our, the impact on our mental health? So, our first panel also has had mentioned about mental health earlier, right? So,
Yes.
yes, many young adult has suffered with increased anxiety, depression, sleep disruption atau sorry, or we call insomnia, and a suicidal thought throughout the pandemic. Right? They have also faced several pandemic-related effects, which are you can like university closure, shift to remote work, we can call it work from home thingy, and loss of income or employment. Um, all of all of these may contribute to poor mental health. Do you know that mental health and depression increase when people don't do or don't get their regular exercise? Today you do, so you can go exercise later. So today some of us may concern that the absence of frequent physical activity, frequent access to physical activities and sport may compromise the immune system and physical health, which can cause maybe a new disease later or intensify already existing one now, associated with sedentary lifestyle. So mental health issue can be exacerbated by a lacking of access to exercise and physical activities, which can compound the tension or worry that many will experience the face of social isolation. So the virus impact on the person economic may be vary, and that include the ability to obtain food, and this also will worsen these consequences. Okay, to sum up with everything I've said earlier, I know that being physically active during COVID-19 is very hard, including for me. I know it's quite a challenge for
Mhm.
all of us, but finding and planning ways to be active uh, and limit our idle time is very vital. It's very, very important. We all must move less. We must move more and sit less, and even if our movement are restricted. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. Okay, a very clear explanation. Thank you, Dr. Aisha. Okay, even so, okay, according to my own experience as well, the impact is huge where I feel very stressed, okay? And sometimes, moreover, we have to sit at home only and not be able to go anywhere. For example, we have to work from home and face the computer screen without any breaks. Okay, at the same time, we only see the same environment and that is a reality. Okay, whatever we have to be patient and also have to find a solution so that okay, the effect does not become worse. Okay. However, I am very interested, okay, in the contents of the information what the steps to overcome the problem of physical activity during COVID-19, which is presented on the current slide PowerPoint. Okay, without waiting a long time, we are welcome our last panelist, okay, which is Mrs. Nurul Sharimal Bint Al Faizer, okay, our sport trainer. Okay, welcome, Mrs. Okay.
Hi, welcome. Thank you, moderator. So today I will explain step how to boost our exercise or physical activity during pandemic. There are so many steps, but today I will share a few of physical activity that easy we do at home. Okay, firstly, take short active breaks during the day. Short bursts of physical activity add up to the weekly recommendation. You may use the suggested exercise below as inspiration to be active every day, like dancing, playing with children, and performing domestic chores such as cleaning and gardening are other means to stay active at home. For example, you can do gardening at your home because it can help reduce the risk of diseases such as stroke. Okay. Secondly, follow an online exercise class. Take advantage of the wealth of online exercise classes. There are so many video we can find at YouTube, especially video of Zumba class. It is so fun and will not make you boring, and it also great for weight our loss, weight weight loss, boost your heart health, and help your distress, and also it can make you happy. This is will help improve your cardiovascular fitness. But if you if you have no experience performing this exercise, please be cautious and aware of your own limitation. Okay. Thirdly is walking. As we know, during pandemic, we can't go shopping or having a holiday. So we only stay at home. Even in a small spaces, keep walking around or walking in the spot that can help you remain active. If you have a call, try to stand or walk around your home while you speak instead of sitting down. If you decide to go outside to walk or exercise, be sure to maintain at least 1 meter distance from other people. Okay, fourthly, stand up. It's so easy. Okay, reduce your sedentary time by standing up whenever possible. Ideally, aim to interrupt sitting and reclining time every 30 minutes. Consider setting up a standing desk by using a high table or stacking a pile of books or other material to continue working while standing. Okay, during sedentary leisure time, prioritize cognitively stimulating activity such as reading, board games, and puzzle. If you boring stay at home or boring do indoor activities, you can go outside and do cycling around your home. But please remember to maintain a safe distance between yourself and other active neighbors. That's all from me. I hope that step will help some of us to remain active at home during pandemic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Mrs. Sharima. Okay, a very effective step for us to take. Okay, here it is clear that people during this pandemic are becoming much more physically and mentally okay vulnerable, which affects their ability to combat a possible COVID-19 infection. Okay, although may things feel beyond our control right now, we do have the ability to be creative and to build physical activity and exercise into each of our days. Okay, we may even look back on this difficult time at the turning point when we learn new ways to build our emotional resilience and our physical health. Okay, so thank you to our three panelists. Okay, on top of the alignment, to some extent give input that we ourselves can also learn and know about the matter. Now we all go ahead and take some time for question now. Just a reminder, please be sure to type your questions into the question box in the control panel and you can ask directly, okay, to the panel. Okay, also just a reminder to everyone that only ask one question each panel because we were running out of time. Okay.
Farhani, there's no one here to ask questions.
Literally no
Just
one.
ask.
So
No
it's
question?
fine. It's
So,
fine. I have a few questions actually. I want to start off with Shazani first. Shazani, the pandemic time you were stuck at home and stuff. Did you actually attempt to do? Be honest, just having conversation. There's no one here, so just want to talk
okay.
with all of you. So what did you do? Did you actually exercise or just sleep, eat, sleep? You know,
To
what
be
did you do?
honest, to be honest, just sleep and eat. But since they have like when they have no no it means like uh, when the government said that PKPB what else and we can go out for a jog or what else, so I just go for a jog only or playing badminton. That's it.
Okay, what about Sharima? Same thing.
During pandemic, I'm only use treadmill at home to stay active, to remain active.
Okay, it happens. It is difficult, like you're alone in the house and you exercise and everything. Sometimes it's quite impossible. So, even without the pandemic, you people don't exercise, right?
Yeah.
Just imagine with the pandemic. I just want to check your courses, eh? Aisha, I know you're doing something chemistry or something, right?
Yes, yes.
Shazani,
Mine is from early childhood education.
early childhood. Sharima,
SMP geography.
geography. Farhani.
Same with Shazani, early
Oh,
childhood.
early childhood also. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, overall, I think it was fine. Thank you very much. I don't remember why.
But sir, can I
Oh, you want to conclude,
make
is
a
it?
conclusion?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, conclude. Don't be too formal. Just relax. Okay, conclude,
Okay.
conclude. Okay, okay.
Okay, it's like we are cover all of our questions. Okay, to the panelists, is there anything else you wanted to cover before I wrap up? To the panelists, all panelists?
Not
No.
for me.
Okay. Okay, otherwise, allow me to draw a conclusion. Okay, physical activity has the potential to ward off the detrimental cardiometabolic effects of inactivity and to strengthen psychological resources and coping skill. Physicians and other health care professionals should use this time as a window of opportunity to provide physical activity counseling to their patients. Okay. In addition, it is important for family members to take a supportive role in the promotion of physical activity and exercise. Okay, allowing individuals to maintain their autonomy and choice in their activities will be important for ongoing engagement. We are all managing additional stress related to the growth of the COVID-19 pandemic and its potential to threaten the health of ourselves, our families, and our communities. Okay, last but not least, please consider using physical activity and exercise as a strategy to maintain health during this stressful period. Okay, so great, and thank you everyone. We appreciate you've been here. Thanks again for joining us today, and we will see you next time.